Lady of the faucets and get it.
It's R2R, it's R2R, back to riches, back to riches. It's R2R, it's R2R, back to riches, back to riches. It's R2R, it's R2R, back to riches, back to riches. It's R2R, it's R2R, back to riches, back to riches. Got my call from the R2R. Farmers going up, Brody, check the chart. In the loots, buying all these plots. Tom and G and Mike got the chat on lock. With a drip and pause. Got these dogs and pigeons, farm me, I'm ready to score. Got me a bag of the rich and hard, I think I need more. Group got me in the wave, now I'm swimming the shore. I'm up to the core. It's R2R, it's R2R. Back to riches, back to riches. It's R2R, it's R2R. Back to riches, back to riches. It's R2R, it's R2R. Back to riches, back to riches. It's R2R, it's R2R. Back to riches, back to riches.
Yeah, dog. Welcome to R2R Wreck to Riches live stream number 40. Don't forget, we're dual streaming right now. Everybody out there on YouTube, you got to subscribe. You got to pound the like button, drop a comment, all that good stuff. Swing over the X. If you're already on X, repost this, retweet it, like it. Hashtag Titanx, hashtag Hyper, hashtag everything in the Titanx ecosystem. Hashtag build on Titanx. And always remember, I'm not a financial advisor, for damn sure not a professional. This is cryptocurrency. You could get wrecked. Don't ever allow a social media influencer on any social media platform to influence when it comes to cryptocurrency, because you could lose it all. Now that we got that out of the way, guys, welcome. Happy, what is it? Taco Tuesday. Happy Taco Tuesday. This will probably be like a 30, 40-minute stream. I'm going to get some dental work done today. Just a nice little cleaning, keep up with that every few months or so. But, man, we're going to talk about Titanx going to the moon soon. Are we on our way to the moon? It looks like if you look at the price of Titanx, we're about to kill that 0 and go into the 5-0 range. But before we head in, hey, all my meme token people out there, if you're looking for a meme token with no risk, check this out. Check it out.
Yeah, dog, it's Thomas here from R2R. Welcome to the Bad Money Tap to Earn free game, where you can earn your free airdrop by simply tapping your screen. All you got to do is follow the instructions in the description of this video. Step number 1, no laptop computers, no desktops, anything like that. You're going to need a smartphone. Step number 2, if you don't have Telegram, download one and log into your Telegram account, or simply log in if you have one already. Step 3, click the link below in the description, and it's going to take you straight to Bad Bunny, where you can tap to earn your free Bad Bunny meme token airdrop. Let's go.
Hey, man, I don't know that fool. I don't know who that is, but he's got something for you. Let's jump right to the chat. Andre Sava, LFG, let's go. We're going to talk a little bit of price. We might even go tune in to Jake Sharp. Marco's on there, the Mo. I've been watching their stream, so I got to stick to my live stream time. 9:30 PST. You can catch me. We're going to take a look to see what they're saying. I know there's a lot of people over there, but we're about to break 100 million market cap within the Titanx price, killing a 0. The psychological point where you get to 1 penny, 10 cents. That's where we're at, but it's like one buy away. That's actually one smart contract buy. It's happening. You see, you want to understand what's going on in the Titanx ecosystem, go over, and the link is in the description. You got to get that Mike Dean Premium. Get the Mike Dean Premium package. Take a look at what we got going on. This month, we go into a phase of transitioning into hyper deflationary mode. And the biggest day that we'll have is October 17th. Only 812 billion Titanx. And then it just dies off, man. So you're looking, if we scroll down here, October being the biggest month ever to ever come out as far as Titanx that can be minted from miners being claimed. Then we drop down to this in November to nothing. So you're going to see a lot of big changes. And I'm not a financial advisor, but if you're somebody that's kind of like trying, you know, when you're stepping in front of the jump rope before you hop in and you're just waiting for that time, the timer's ticking. The timer is ticking on you. And what I mean by that is Titanx is in that stage where the price could go parabolic. It absolutely could go parabolic because smart contracts are going to outpace the human activity as far as buying. And if you sell, they will buy your future. Crypto Pride is the best play to buy liquid Titanx. It depends on your strategy, guys, because what I've been talking to people about, and we'll go take a look, is the price of Hyper. And when I started telling you guys, hyper, make those miners, it's to store future value. So the reason why Hyper could have a juicy ratio and be a position, put yourself in a position later when you collect your day 88 miners to come back and get more Titanx than what you probably sold for to buy Ethereum to get Hyper or to make those miners is the ratio. So let's take a look at the ratio right now. One Hyper is 3.74 Titanx. And the reason why, if Titanx goes on a 5x, 10x run, there's a lot more room for growth as far as the price point, market cap. Price and market cap is very slow or very low. So I've been telling people for weeks, $3 million market cap, $3 million market cap. Look what's happening with the inflation. We'll look at the stats on the actual Hyper website. Look what's happening. You're going to be able to probably make these miners. We'll go to the website right now. You're probably going to be able to make these miners, and what you're going to be able to do is when you collect them, bring back more Titanx to the bank, right? So if we look at the stats here, this inflation has been in complete headlock. I've been and if you're not following me on X, I've been posting this for weeks on Twitter, on AKA X, about the liquid supply of Hyper has been under control, right? And it's going to get to a point, it's only 1.1 trillion tokens. That's nothing. If you compare that to Titanx, go to Titanx.win, and you look at the stats page, Titanx, it was like just 70 trillion tokens maybe a couple of weeks ago. Now we're at 58.7 trillion. You see the ratio? 58 trillion versus 1.1 trillion. Well, 58.7 trillion versus 1.1 trillion plus with Hyper. So Hyper is being burned like crazy by its own system, Hyper itself. There's going to be build on Hyper. So that price, with it being such a low market cap, was like, this is opportunity right in front of us. I'm going to buy Hyper miners because it didn't make sense to buy Hyper off the market. You make miners because you get a better price point, right? Like if you come down here and you take a look at, let's say you you want to make a bunch of Hyper, right? And you go, well, I want to sell, and you look at the USD value. And we'll take a look really quick at the price of Ethereum because it costs Ethereum to make the Hyper miners, correct? So 24.27 is the price of one Ethereum. So 24.27 for one Ethereum. That would get you on the open market one ETH worth, which you would have to take that ETH, convert it to Titanx. So if you took that same amount of ETH, the 24.27, and you converted it to Titanx, and we'll take a look at the price of Titanx really quick so I can show you like the conversion ratio and what that means. One ETH in Titanx right now would get you approximately, let me take a look here, 2,421,543,245 Titanx, right? That's what you would get. But you have to use ETH to make a Hyper miner. So you're going to go to Hyper and you're going to take that one ETH value. And remember, one ETH value, going back here, which we calculated here, that same amount of one ETH value, the 2.4 billion Titanx, would get you 647,912,754 Hyper. All right. So we're going to go to the Hyper website to see that it is the better deal, and there's ROI as well. This is how these work. So 0.2 to make a miner with 100 power, right? But you want to 5x that and put 500 to get your one ETH of the $2,427. Sorry if I'm going fast, but stick with me here. But you would end up at the end of that miner, plus there's rank bonuses as well, meaning like people that keep making Hyper miners, you get T rank bonus, but it's called like H rank, right? You would get 2.78 billion for the price of one Ethereum entry for a miner. And if you go back to the price page and you take a look at that, that would be worth in Titanx 10.4, right? But the price of Titanx is going to go up, but Hyper will go up. So it will sustain and separate, and you'd probably bring home possibly a 5-to-1 ratio and have more Titanx at the end, if that makes sense to you. But if you look at USD value, that's $10,420 you'd get back in USD value if those ratios stayed the same. So it's kind of confusing, but at the same time, you got to go and plug in these numbers and understand what you're looking at so that you can make the best decision. All right. Because I'm just like boom, 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 boom. I know what I know these numbers and all the ratios. So you got to learn the ratios and understand, what you can bring back to daddy. What can daddy bring home? Right. So really quick, I was talking about Hyper making the miners. The miners now, the profitability to make Hyper miner and why more Ethereum is going to go in to Hyper is because people are going to chase the ROI. The ROI to make a Hyper miner went from like 150% when I was making them and telling you every day to 330%. That's more appealing. So that's going to feed the Ethereum that makes miners the buy and burn that buys with Ethereum. And you can take a look here. It buys the ETH used to buy Hyper miners is used to buy Titanx. That Titanx is used to buy and burn Hyper. This flywheel is amazing. It really is. And then we have, there it is. There it is right there. Officially kill the zero right there. That's a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful thing. Oh, man. You know what? That deserves a Jerome Dance right there.
I think you're wrong in hell. Watch your mouth without a doubt. Jumping on the ground.
And I think we lost volume. Are we still there? Do we got volume? We want to make sure we got that volume. Hello. Chat, can you hear me? Oh, yeah, I think you guys can hear me. We lost the camera. I don't know what happened to the camera, but we lost it. I'm lost in space. Make sure you guys can hear me. People buying Hyper maybe for farms. I think because I was doing the Jerome on the video was playing, and I hit something, and I knocked something. But, yeah, so camera's down. You guys can hear me. It's a little bit different. But what I want to take a look at, let's jump in and see what the boys over here are talking about in this.
Keep that in mind.
Mo interview.
Beautiful, man. Hey, Jake, you know what's funny? You know what I thought about? I think, why people FUD us the way they FUD and they always sound the same? They all think they understand Titanx the way Titanx is. See, they only understand Titanx 1.0. They don't understand that Titanx evolved, right? It's not the same Titanx anymore. It's hyper deflationary now, right? With multiple protocols that's doing exactly what it does, right? A lot of them, they FUD so hard that they don't even realize there's 9 protocols plus on the unit, right? On the code. They don't understand that all this is happening. They just understand, oh, I remember that Titanx name, that green circle thing, blah, blah. And they look at the chart and they're like, oh, look, it's still down. They don't understand everything that's happening, So that's the beauty of it. They just don't understand. And that goes to show you that education is key when it comes to this stuff. Because a lot of people, they FUD themselves and they don't understand what they're FUDing, So
the funniest part of this chart, that little pullback you see on just the last move, that was 11 of the top 50 whales exiting.
Yeah, look at that.
Maliciously. Full clipping.
Yep.
You can't even see them.
Yep.
This is proof that the machines have taken over.
Yep.
Yep.
Here's your whale dump moment right there. That's it.
And the people who's dumping, they were the rebels. They were trying to get John Connor. John Connor's gone. You can't get him. It's over.
John Connor's already in the future, man. He's leading the resistance.
John Connor's buying Titanx. That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's trying to stop Volt's buying. He's building on it.
I can't beat
How do you
the
think
machines
we
I'm becoming
funded the
the most-
resistance?
So funny. That's so funny. Oh man,
I go to the Volt shot.
Mm-hmm. And you know what's funny? Volt looks like Titanx, just an expedited chart.
Mm-hmm.
You look at how it looks, right? The quick up, the quick down, and then the explosion. It's so funny,
That's
man.
crazy. I mean, I keep hearing people say like, don't fade builds on Titanx protocols, because I'm the same.
Yeah.
Like in all these protocols, I need to participate as a user.
Yeah.
With my own Titanx, you know.
Yep. Exactly.
Every time I get a position, I'm like, some psycho is gonna build some.
Yeah, I don't, man. I'm sorry, guys. I'm here in the background trying to figure out the camera, and I don't know what happened, but I'm in their chat, man. I've been trying to message. I still get the Jake Sharp. I don't think he'll ever do a stream with me, to be 100% honest. I really don't. Hopefully, you guys can hear me, but it would be interesting if I got him on a stream. And I know we've had like the big scenario where I voiced out exactly, how I felt. And no shock to me that he's not too thrilled or really care to hear from me or anything like that. But I look at it like this, like in the environment where we're at, like we just killed a 0. We're trying to onboard new users. Like, hey, man, like you got to go into those hostile environments. You can't be like Kamala Harris and just do the CNN videos. You got to come with Thomas G and get the people that have doubted you, that have had things to say in the past, and ask you, what your thought process was when you did the whole staking thing and things like that. Take the tough questions, but bring on new audience, because I watch him all the time and he's on the same channels. I'm like, bro, get some new people, but he's welcome to come on here anytime he wants. I highly doubt that will happen, because I go in there in the chats and I can tell on the faces of the people that are holding the streams when I pop up. They're like, oh, should I click on it? Because you can click on a button on the yard stream just like this, right? And you can see a chat. And Mo always will put up my comment, maybe like 1 or 2, but most people will just be like, I ain't gonna mess with that. And you can tell Jake sees it because he can see it on his end. And he don't want no part of this. So I don't have support from him, definitely not Eric. And I have been told there was some projects that wanted to come on the Crypto Talk Show, and they're like, stepped off because of the situation between Jake and I, which I don't have a problem with them, right? Hence, ETH keeps coming in. Yeah, just like we were saying with Hyper. We're going to jump back to that. Sorry for the camera issues today, but ETH is still going to continue to come in, and that's going to grow the pot here, which is 1,702 Ethereum at this point. It's $4.1 million value of ETH. Hyper buy and burn that can grow quicker than you see this, because Titanx can go 2 to 3x overnight, especially during the hyper deflationary phase. That means 2 to 3x in the value on top of the 843,000. Times that by 2, times that by 3, and now you got that in your back pocket, buying Hyper and burning it. So Hyper was definitely the play that I've been saying and been telling people, shouting at the top of mountains, like, hey, man, this is where it's at. Thank you, everybody can confirm that you can hear me. I'm glad all you guys are popping up there. But yeah, like I said, I would love to. I think it would be a big interview for him to, acknowledge somebody like myself that's had an issue with what he did and come on my stream, because I have a massive audience of people. Literally, I get messages every day about people whose lives have been changed by that Nero CTO token, right? Nero CTO is now a $700 million+ market cap. I was on YouTube saying to get it in at 2.9 million. I was in my VIP group saying to get it under 1 million. And these people are asking about Titanx, but it's very confusing. And I've been really redirecting them until Element 280 comes out, because it's not available yet, to take a look at Vault. So take a look at Vault. So look what's going on with Vault, guys, right? This is propelled Titanx during some of its highest inflation periods for the month of October, especially, where most of the Titanx right now has gone in
to Vault, right? 12, look at total Titanx deposit is 12.1 trillion tokens. 12.1 trillion tokens in just 10 days. All right. And you go look at the Vault stats, and I'm posting this every day. It has burned 13% of its supply. Let's go take a look at the price of Vault and see what we got going on here. All right. So let's see. Damn, it's taking off. Look at this is the moment where Hart's law, and I say Jake's law because it's Jake's ecosystem, where bonded everything to Titanx will rise the price floors of everything. You're seeing it happen with Hyper. The reason why Vault could go many more moons over versus Dragon X at this point, because Dragon X has already had its parabolic move. Now, when Dragon X makes its next 2 to 3x, it's still going to be a significant amount of X's from the floor. Everything's measured from the bottom, right? But we're at the bottom of these current positions in a Vault and in a Hyper position. So that's why when Titanx goes into its deflationary, hyper-deflationary period, which Vault is now, you're getting like a cross multiplier of events that are happening on two hyper-deflationary tokens. They're going to push these bad boys to price points we are like couldn't imagine. And I saw that early on with Hyper, thinking a $3 million market cap and it's paired to Titanx, it's about to go hyper-deflationary. Oh, hell no. I'm making all the miners I can right now. Same thing with Hydra, right? Because regardless of Dragon X already being many X's and you miss that, you still can get in and have a good performing asset and make money. I believe that Hydra is going to have its itty bitty market cap and do well because the tides are going to rise together with Titanx at the end of the day. And Hydra's market cap is only $700,000. So much room to grow, so very little liquidity. And what's going to happen with the farms that are going to come out today in the next few hours is there's going to be liquidity that's going to support each and every pair, Hydra, Dragon X, and even Vault. So Vault right now, in my opinion, because I wouldn't be buying Hydra, I only make Hydra miners with Titanx and I only make Hyper miners. I don't buy Hydra, I don't buy Hyper. Just like you didn't buy Titanx at the beginning, you made miners. Vault is the token that you can buy and you can auction for. And there is the opportunity with such a itty bitty market cap. If I take a look at the market cap for Vault right now in the grand scheme of everything that's going on in crypto pre-bull market, a $15.9 million market cap on an already hyper-deflationary token that's getting bought off the market by the smart contract every 5 minutes. Plus Titanx is going up. All tides rise together. This is a perfect recipe, not for disaster, but for great opportunity for an investor to take a look at and do their own research. Because again, I'm not a financial advisor, for damn sure not a professional. Now, let me jump back to their stream here, see if they're saying anything.
Yeah, so you guys hurry up and build. Like incredible, man.
I used that in the hype video I did way back when. I should have done it for I should have done that for Hyper. That's funny. I think Blaze actually.
Yeah, Hyper is like Titanx's sidekick.
Yeah,
he's holding ground.
Yeah,
Titanx is out there saving the world. Hyper's like, got your back, baby, bring it.
and not to FOMO Hyper, right? But as long as like the way we're going, the way we're moving, guys, like people might do 30-day mints and all that stuff, but Hyper still might be the play to actually compound to get Titanx much quicker, So it's going to get exciting for Hyper. Hyper, like I think a lot of people are sleeping on Hyper, man. A lot of people, and it's incredible because you have protocols coming out for in the future finally, right? How awesome is that? Kudos to the builders doing it, right? But just the way it's flowing, the way it held its ground this whole time. And if you look at the chart of Hyper, I love the chart of Hyper. Why? Because there's nothing better in this world of a chart when it goes up like a staircase, right? It goes up as a staircase. You don't want things going up as a rocket and just always as a rocket, right? Because then the come down is extremely hard, right? But when it goes up as a staircase, support is so solid, right? And the bounce and the recovery is very minimum, So Hyper looks phenomenal, man. It really does.
Yeah. My Dean is building on Hyper, and then I've heard of some other stuff.
Yeah.
Coming for Hyper.
Mike Dana. I love this
guys,
guy, man.
with all your teasing, I've heard things. I've heard of a couple more things.
Man, all right, people hit me up and they're like, you know what I love about this community, right?
Should I ask a
guys,
question?
And I'm a nobody, right? I'm just like you guys. I'm literally just like you in the chat. What do you think about this? You do this and build this and business. I'm like, you asking me? They're like, yeah, yo. I just need to know. Do you think it's a good idea? I'm like, yeah, it sounds like a fucking awesome. Can you do it by tomorrow? Like, build it by tomorrow? Like, just build it. You know, it's so great, man. Like, incredible the passion people have, man. Guys, there's a lot of builders in this ecosystem. A lot, you know. And
I'm asking the question.
So good.
I'm letting them know I need all you guys on stream.
Good point right there. This is the fastest growing ecosystem in crypto, probably.
Grassroots, 100%.
Yes, grassroots, right? Pure. It's pure, right? Like pure. That's what I love about it, man. It's pure, man. You know, like
I love that word because it describes it so succinctly. Pure.
Yeah, it is pure.
Put the
what's not
up.
pure about it, right?
Bro.
Think about it. What's not pure, right? Everything is built ground up. All the teams had to take out money from their pockets to build things, right? They didn't leech the community. They didn't take money from the community. You know, like. It's pure, man, right? The way you got to get your coins is just like everybody else, right? Either you got to mint it or buy it, right? There's no secret sauce to this, right? This is great, man. Like, oh my god! And I think what keeps me up at night now, right? Is now I understand the farms, right? Like the farms are great. The way he's gonna do it, I know it's gonna be a twist to it. I'm used to farms, right? And I think farms are gonna be phenomenal for this ecosystem. Finally, I'm just waiting for X28, right? I'm waiting to see how this one thing
all right, I'm gonna hop off
become a parasite in all other chains and take the economic energy and funnel it right back to Titanx. Like, and to
Lady of the Faucet, just get it. It's R2R, it's R2R. Stacks of riches, stacks of riches. It's R2R, it's R2R. Stacks of riches, stacks of riches. It's R2R, it's R2R. Stacks of riches, stacks of riches. It's R2R, it's R2R. Stacks of riches, stacks of riches. Got my call from the R2R. Farmers going up, Brody, check the chart. In the loot, buying all these plots. Thomas G and Mike got the chat on lock. With a drip and pause. Got these dogs and pigeons from me, I'm ready to score. Got me a bag of the rich and hard, I think I need more. Group got me in the wave, now I'm swimming the shore. Now I'm up to the core. It's R2R, it's R2R. Stacks of riches, stacks of riches. It's R2R, it's R2R. Stacks of riches, stacks of riches. It's R2R, it's R2R. Stacks of riches, stacks of riches. It's R2R, it's R2R. Stacks of riches, stacks of riches.